She went to the Atlas. Oh,
Thank you.
Emma.
Probably be back later.
Emma's still lying to me. She said she went to one of the Atlas seminars with Simon. But, what's his name? Ryan runs the seminars and she said she never met him. So if he's the guy that's doing the seminars, and she went to a seminar
Ask
with
about a few
Simon,
more things, please.
then she did, yeah. Because she said she went with Simon, but she had never met Ryan. Haha.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I.
I
was
knew
having
it.
the affair. And Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I... and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and... what?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
Oh, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
Okay, let's start here and walk down the whole path again, see if there's anything new that's popped up. Head over to Abbey Farm. Up the steps. Up the steps we go. It's not new in the greenhouse, is there? Okay, leave the greenhouse. Like, who is this crazy policeman that keeps walking around the streets every hour? Go down behind the Brandon house. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, nothing. Okay. Rebecca's pub. Can I find anything new behind the pub? Anything new in the outbuilding? Probably still need like a torch or something to get back there, yeah. Okay, go up the north lane. And along to the village hall here. Anything new? Nope. Okay, back to the junction. To the woods. Was there anything new outside here? No. Simon and Emma. Let's continue into the woods. On the path to the right. Oh. Who is this guy?
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
What?
Did what?
Drowned student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Wait, a student drowned last year too?
Liam... something? Or something?
Wait, there was another person that drowned? That's...
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station, find out a bit more about this Liam.
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Oh, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Oh, do you mind? You poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can't be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Eaton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. It's a suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2
What?
suicides in 2 years, both in Edenton. Only you've got your work cut out, Jenksy.
2 suicide
I know it.
drownings in 2
Good luck with that.
years.
See you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, now that's suspicious. It's not just that there were 2 suicides, there were 2 suicide drownings in this year, and they in this village, and they were both students. Oh, did they both happen out there at that lake? Oh, we're going back up this path. There's the drunk guy still here? No, he left, didn't he? Yeah, he left. To the jetty. Those people, they're still out there. Yes, go into the woods. Go into the clearing. Oh.
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're going to give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Can you just go?
Pathetic.
See that? In America, that would get you arrested. What the hell is... He's carving the devil in the tree. To get you...
What a prize brat.
Oh
But why
my
would he
God.
carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan,
Yeah,
or there's more to that
Metallica.
symbol than meets the eye.
Okay, I was not expecting that, that to be what he was carving into that tree. Oh my God! Oh, I want to go ask. Okay, I'll come back to him. I want to go ask the high guy about the devil horns. That should be good. Because if anybody is into like rock music and metal music, it's this guy, right? I mean,
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
come on. The three finger symbol. Well, what do I got here? I got Liam's death. I gotta ask him about this.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah. It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Every
Have
single
you ever
person
seen
at a
anyone
rock concert.
local using it?
Not that I remember.
You never see him. I don't know if I can believe anything this guy says.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died?
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
That was the best
He was in my
response
year,
ever.
on a different course.
What course was Liam,
Liam
on?
who? Liam
Remember, not
who
mine.
died?
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam
Plant
was when he
science.
killed himself.
Right,
Okay.
so you didn't meet him.
Okay, he heard about Liam after he killed himself. James's degree is in plant science. Plant science. Yep. This guy is the town manufacturer of weed. I mean, that who has a degree in plant science?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, he's the supplier. Yep. Let's go up the street. Let's go talk to Rebecca. Plant science. Oh my gosh. Okay.
A few more questions,
She
please.
probably knows a lot about Liam's death.
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life?
Well, yes, that would be the
He
one.
used to play in a band, Black Rock or something. No, Black Stone.
Oh,
Very
okay.
gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
Okay, so he played in a band called Blackstone, but she didn't know him very well. Okay, let's see about this.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so she doesn't recognize the fingers symbol.
That's all for the moment.
I
Thank you.
bet Simon would recognize it. Let's go talk to Simon.
Here you go. Cute. Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I have no idea you were a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Oh, here?
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
But it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
Oh, I bet I can go visit those greenhouses now. Plus, I bet he knows about this.
If I did, this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and doubting, self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes.
Huh. Okay. Doesn't believe guilt serves any useful purpose. Let's ask him about Liam.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his wife.
Oh, that Liam. Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Let's ask her about Liam's death.
What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know really well.
Okay, so she did not know Liam. Got it. What about this?
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No.
Did he have to prep his
Why?
hand
It's
to do
okay.
that?
Thanks.
Okay, so she doesn't know about the three finger symbol. How about the freedom phrase?
Do you know the phrase free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
Doubt Simon agrees with fully, but he says that he does.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay, I want to go see if I can get into that other greenhouse. This one. Go over to the farm. And up the steps.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm.
Aha,
Must be up
go
the hill
further
over
up.
there.
Go into the large greenhouse, okay. Oh, this is totally going to be where the pot is. Oh, investigate. Is that mint? That is actually mint. What is
I wonder
that?
if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but it'd be interesting to see what he says about it.
Look what I found. Okay, so let's go ask James about his little his herbs. Here, what do you say about these herbs?
I'll ask you a couple more things, please.
You know about free to be free.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
What about this here packet of dried leaves?
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. Just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Mint leaves,
Yeah,
huh?
I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Uh-huh. I highly, highly doubt that he's out there winning cookery competitions. So it's a packet of mint leaves, is it?
That's it for the time being,
Okay.
thank you.
So talk to Simon and Emma, and talk to James here. I haven't talked to Rebecca. I think I can show her the mint leaves.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Let's ask her about free to be free.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Uh-huh, okay.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint.
Magic
Where did you find
mint,
this?
huh?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you
A
use it?
legal hallucinogenic drug.
No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Okay, Salvia divinorum. So, magic mint, she called it. So the drug is a hallucinatory drug. So James is using drugs.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay. I never actually went to Atlas to talk to that guy. Go into the atrium. Is there anything on the door on the right now? Oh, it's the tree dude.
We're just starting a session, do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
So that was Kyle. Is there anyone here? Is there one here?
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, all right?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
Oh, he looks like I just caught him at the wrong time.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really?
Oh,
Then,
he looks
in that
suspicious.
case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
He looks very suspicious. Okay then, let's just start at the top. Kate Vine's death.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
She's a high-functioning
So
drunk.
she seemed to be enjoying the course.
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
She joined. Of course, she appeared happy. She was drunk off her ass. Okay.
Have you seen this before?
Psh, not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Huh. Not about the key. I can ask him about the bicycle.
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
What? He thinks that Simon drives but isn't sure. But he didn't mention anything about driving. Wouldn't know about the bottles. Ask about the freedom necklace. Ask about the homebrew.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
Okay, he's never bought one, but he's seen the students with them. They know about the broken window.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
Huh. So Emma hasn't told him about the argument either. Or maybe she did and he killed her?
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. We had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess. The mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Okay, so this symbol is not used on the course. And he's not seen the mask. It was made by a friend who died last year. Does that mean it's a year old?
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Okay. Leaves for Atlas at 6 and starts preparations at 6:30 and the meeting's at 7.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates, witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
That was a very interesting answer. But the poster.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks?
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
You stole it out of a book somebody left behind. Okay. Okay, Liam's death.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. You can't have been, can he?
So Liam seemed happy, too. Didn't he say the same thing about Kate? She appeared happy. That's interesting.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
So he doesn't know what the finger symbol means.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase, free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realize their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Uh-huh, okay.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
Rebecca would know. Huh.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant, a legal one, at least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
Okay, so they don't allow drugs here.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I don't think he contradicted himself with anything that he said right there. Let's go back and talk to James about all these drugs. Because I'm certain he was lying about those drugs.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, ask him about that. Let's ask him about Salvia
Ever heard
divinorum.
of Salvia divinorum, James?
Was that skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of Salvia?
You don't know much about plants? You told me you had a degree in plant science.
Aha. So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of Salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it.
Yeah, it's legal. Why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later.
So the only thing he grows is
The only
salvia.
drug he grows. I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
Okay, he says he grows it for his use only, but he also said that he traded herbs to Simon for homebrew.
When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.